Welcome to Speak Ready English. I am Sarah, and I am so happy you are here with me today. One tip before we start: listen once for meaning, then listen again and shadow my words out loud. Yesterday, I received the same question from three different students. They all asked, Sarah, should I learn grammar first or vocabulary first? This is one of the most common questions English learners ask, and honestly, I completely understand why it feels so confusing. You want to use your time wisely, and you do not want to waste energy on the wrong thing. Here is the truth: the question itself is not quite right. Later in this podcast, I will give you one clear answer and three practical steps to balance both. Stay with me for that. If slow English helps you, please subscribe. It really helps me make more podcasts for you. Okay, let us begin. Let me start with something important. Many students believe you must choose one or the other, grammar or vocabulary, and I completely understand why, because it feels like you have limited time and energy. But in English, we say you need both, but in different ways at different stages. Now you know, and you can stop feeling confused about what to focus on. Think about it this way. Hmm, grammar is like the skeleton of a body, and vocabulary is like the muscles, the skin, the face. You need both to have a complete living person, right? But here is the key. A baby does not learn the skeleton first and then add muscles. Everything grows together naturally. So the real question is not which one first. The real question is, how do I balance both in a smart way? Let me explain exactly how to do that. Stage one: beginners need vocabulary first. If you are just starting to learn English, vocabulary is more important than grammar at first. Why? Because you need words to communicate. Even with zero grammar, if you know the words water, please, help, toilet, you can survive and communicate basic needs. Grammar without words is completely useless. Many students think perfect grammar comes before speaking, and I see why, because schools often teach that way, starting with grammar rules and tables. But the reality is, children learn thousands of words before they understand any grammar rules at all. Now you know, and you can give yourself permission to focus on vocabulary first when you are a beginner. Let me give you a real example from one of my students. She came to Canada knowing almost no English, but she learned 50 everyday words in her first week. Words like hello, thank you, sorry, how much, bathroom, food, yes, no. She made grammar mistakes constantly, but she could communicate. She could buy food, ask for help, make friends. That is the power of vocabulary. Stage two: add simple grammar slowly. After you know about 200 to 300 basic words, then you start adding simple grammar, not complicated rules, just simple patterns like I want water, I need help, where is the bus? Notice something: you are not learning grammar rules. You are learning grammar through useful phrases. Many students believe grammar means studying rules and doing exercises in a book, and I understand that feeling because that is how most schools teach it. But here is the truth: real grammar learning happens when you notice patterns in real sentences, not when you memorize tables. Now you know, and you can relax and learn grammar naturally. Here is what I mean by patterns. If you learn the phrases, I am tired, I am happy, I am ready, your brain automatically understands the pattern I am plus adjective. You did not study the rule, you just noticed it and used it. This is natural grammar learning. Stage three: balance both equally. Once you reach an intermediate stage, maybe after 6 months to 1 year of learning, then grammar and vocabulary become equally important. At this point, you need grammar to express more complex ideas, and you need vocabulary to have more things to talk about. Many students think you can reach fluency with just vocabulary and no grammar, and I see why, because vocabulary feels easier and more fun to learn. But without grammar, you cannot express time, connect ideas, or show relationships between things. Now you know, and you understand why both matter. For example, Imagine you want to say, if I had known about the meeting, I would have come earlier. That sentence has grammar for hypothetical past situations. You cannot say that with just vocabulary. You need the grammar structure. But at the same time, you need the words meeting, known, earlier to complete the meaning. They work together. The answer and the trick promise delivery. So here is the clear answer I promised you. You do not learn grammar first or vocabulary first. You learn them together, but with different focus at different stages. Beginners focus 70% on vocabulary and 30% on simple grammar patterns. Intermediate learners balance 50-50. Advanced learners might focus more on grammar to refine and polish their accuracy. And now, the trick. The trick is this: never learn grammar rules alone, and never learn vocabulary words alone. Always learn them together in real phrases and sentences. This is called chunk learning. You learn language in chunks, not in pieces. Let me give you an example. Do not learn although as a grammar word and then try to use it. Instead, learn the full phrase, although it was raining, I went for a walk. The grammar and the vocabulary are together, in context, ready to use. This makes learning faster, easier, and more natural. 3 practical steps. Okay, let me give you those 3 practical steps I promised. Are you ready? Step 1. Start every day with 10 new words. Learn 10 useful vocabulary words every single morning. Use them in sentences. Say them out loud. This builds your word bank consistently. Step 2. Learn one grammar pattern through real examples. Every day, notice one grammar pattern in a sentence you read or hear. Do not study the rule in a book. Just notice it, repeat it, and try to use it in your own sentence. This builds your grammar naturally. Step 3, combine them in speaking practice. Spend 10 minutes every day speaking out loud, using your new words and your new pattern together. Talk about your day, describe what you see, tell a short story. This is where vocabulary and grammar become real English. These 3 steps take about 20 to 30 minutes total, and if you do them every day, you will build both grammar and vocabulary at the same time, naturally and effectively. Are you with me? Think about your own learning right now. Are you focusing too much on one and ignoring the other? Take a moment and be honest with yourself. If yes, you can adjust starting today. One more thing I want to say. Some students feel guilty if they are not studying grammar rules every day. Listen, learning English is not about being perfect. It is about being understood and being able to express yourself. If you can do that, you are succeeding. Today we talked about grammar versus vocabulary and which one to learn first. The answer is both, but in different ways at different stages. Remember that clear answer and those 3 practical steps I promised you. Start with vocabulary, add simple grammar, then balance both equally, and always learn them together in real chunks. Quick practice. Think about one sentence you want to say in English today. Does it have both vocabulary and grammar working together? Say it out loud right now. You are doing really well and your English is growing every day. Trust the process, stay consistent, and remember that small daily steps bring real progress. Okay, homework time. This week, try the 3 step routine for just 3 days. 10 words, 1 pattern, 10 minutes speaking. Share your favorite new word or pattern in the comments. I read every single one. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this podcast helped you, please subscribe and leave a comment. In the next podcast, we will learn something very useful and practical for your daily English. Keep practicing every day. See you in the next podcast. Bye for now.